Welcome back everyone to my channel Taj EduEdge online classes. In this series of statistics for business decision 1, in the unit 1 introduction to statistics for BBA students of Bangalore City University, I have made the videos on unit 1 introduction to statistics syllabus, meaning of statistics and statistics in plural and singular sense in video 1. Later in video 2 characteristics of statistics, in video 3 origin and development of statistics, later in the video 4 importance of statistics, and in the video 5 the scope of statistics. You can go and watch the videos so that you can have a complete knowledge about the basics of statistics of your unit 1. Now in this video, the 6th video of this series, I will be discussing on the limitations of statistics as well as the last topic of this chapter, distrust of statistics. So let's understand the limitations of statistics. As you already know that the statistics has many uses, which I have already covered in my previous video. But it doesn't mean that statistics is only useful in life. Statistics also has some limitations or drawbacks, disadvantages, okay, or consequences. What you say that statistics, or the word, whichever the word you use. What are the limitations of statistics? Let's understand one by one here. First one is that deals only with the numbers. Statistics doesn't have emotions or opinion. It deals only with the numbers. It cannot explain the emotions or the opinions of the people or you or me. It's only about the numbers. Example, it can tell average marks, not the reasons for the failure of a student, right? Someone might had some health issue and couldn't write the examination properly and the student has failed. But that is not what is appeared in the marks card, right? Only the marks, the numbers is being appeared on the marks card. That is the limitation of statistics. Next, statistics can be misused. Wrong collection or presentation of that data leads to wrong results. For example, changing graph scale or to show fake success, or showing fake, giving fake information, which can be misused. Next, doesn't study individuals. Like I have already said in my previous video, statistics is all about the groups, not about a single person, not about a single number. It is about a group of numbers, group of people, group of items. So here, example, average may be high, but one student may have failed badly. Okay. For example, there are 100 students in the classroom. Most of the students might have scored more than 50 marks, and 1 or 2 students might have failed badly, like 0 marks also. When you take the total marks of all the students and divide it by the number of students, you will get, let's say you got an average marks of 70. Okay, now by looking at that 70 marks, you may interpret that the students in this class are performing very well, but there are 2 students who have got 0 marks in that particular subject. That is what is not being identified, right? So individual performance is ignored here. The overall, the performance of all the students is taken, and it is divided into the number of students in the class, and average is being considered. That is the limitation of statistics. Next, it depends on correct data only. If the data is wrong, the result will also be wrong. For example, wrong survey leads to wrong conclusions. You're seeing now there is a census happening about the caste related in our Karnataka state. And when collecting the data, if the people are ignoring it, then the data collected is wrong, and the conclusion will also be wrong. Ultimately, the decision by the government will also be wrong. So the statistics will work well only if the data collected is correct, or else it will give a wrong conclusion also. The next one, the cannot establish the cause and effect relation easily, means you can see how many student has passed in how many subject. If someone has scored 100 in one subject and 50 in another subject, like that you can see the relationship between the students' performance. Or if a student is studying for 8 hours and he is scoring 60 marks, and someone is studying for 2 hours and he is scoring 80 marks, you can just see the relationship between these two numbers, but you don't know how the student is studying, what is the reason that the someone who is studying for 2 hours is scoring more than someone who is studying for 8 hours. You are, with the use of numbers, you cannot define that. Example, stats may say smokers live less, but not all smokers die early. That is also a good example here. There are chances that someone who looks very good, very healthy today may not be alive tomorrow, right? So numbers, factual information helps in taking a right decision, but there are limitations for about statistics also, that we need to understand. Everything in this life has positive aspects as well as negative aspects. Next, distrust of statistics. First we need to understand the my word distrust. Distrust, you know, trust, TRUST, trust andre ನಂಬಿಕೆ, you know, believing on somebody or something, ನಂಬಿಕೆ, belief. Distrust means non-belief, ಅಪನಂಬಿಕೆ. So some people don't trust the statistics because they think it can be manipulated or misused. It can be manipulated or misused. So what can be the reasons for distrust? The reason for distrust are wrong data collection, misleading presentation, lack of understanding, used by vested interest. We'll understand all of this one by one now. Wrong data collection, what does it mean? When someone is collecting the data, the person can be biased. Biased means partiality ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, favoritism, like that. Or incomplete data is being collected, which leads to a wrong results. Example, survey only in rich areas to show high income is not right way, right? If you are surveying about income level, you have to collect the information from rich, poor and all kind of areas. Let us see which who is having a high income, who is having a low income, like that. That is how the conclusion should be framed. But if you are not collecting data properly, that can lead to a misconception. Okay, distrust. Next, misleading presentation. Either changing the graphs, scales, or hiding the fact information, changing the numbers. Okay, for example, advertising says 80% prefer our product. You might have seen most of the advertisements saying that 80% of the people are preferring our product, or some of the advertisement says this doctor recommended product, without showing the full data. Actually they don't show the full data, simply they put some information, or someone is saying that our news channel is the first news channel, the first ranked news channel, something like that. But actually whether it is a first rank or second rank or third rank, we don't know it, because they are not showing the full data. They are misleading the presentation, right? Next, lack of understanding. People may not understand how statistics works. Because you are educated, because you are a commerce background student, or someone is a science background student, someone is aware of mathematics, someone is aware of statistics, someone has learned statistics, it's easier to understand. If someone is not educated, someone is not having a statistical knowledge, and that kind of people may not easily understand statistics, right? So misreading means not reading properly averages as always meaningful. So not understanding it or not reading it properly can also be people will not have a trust on the statistics, can be the reason for that. Next, used by vested interest. Data may be used for personal or political benefit also. Okay, like people, for example, best example, politicians collect the data relating to caste, religion, and everything. Based on the number of people of that particular caste located in a particular area, they start impressing them so that they can get the more number of votes of those particular category of people. So this can be like for personal interest. Using the information data for the personal interest can also create a distrust of statistics. Example, fake stats used in elections or marketing. That can be the example. So this is about the distrust of statistics. So as of now, as per your syllabus, I have explained all the topics of unit 1. But there is something which I want to add up along with your statistics first unit syllabus, that is the question bank. After this video, I will be making a video on the question bank from unit 1 for 2 marks, for 5 marks, what kind of questions they may ask in the examination. I'm not saying that they will ask these questions only, but before going to attend the examination, you should be thorough with the questions which I am giving you, so that 80% at least you are ready for attending your examination. Okay, so watch all of my videos, share with your friends, share with your classmates, share with your friends of other colleges, share with your seniors who have a backlog of this subject. Help all of the students pass the examination. Also let everyone learn the subject, because statistics is not only for business or not only for profession. This is also for a personal life, this is also for a research, this is also for a education. Okay, please keep following my channel, and in the next video I will be posting about the question bank of this unit.